Meet Leo. He's an 8th grader, and he has just spent the last 3 weeks building a fully functioning solar-powered phone charger for the science fair. It is a brilliant invention, and now it's his turn to explain how it works to the class. But when Leo stands up, his nerves take over. He stares directly at his shoes. He mumbles his words so quietly the back row can't hear him, and he spends the entire 2 minutes nervously pulling at his shirt sleeves. Because they can't hear or engage with him, his classmates simply lose interest. They start looking at the clock, and the genius of Leo's hard work goes completely unnoticed. Figuring out how to build the charger was only half the assignment. Taking the blueprints out of his own head and effectively transferring them into the minds of his classmates was the other half. You can design the most innovative solution in the world, but if you cannot clearly communicate it to others, that idea remains entirely invisible. So, how do we fix this? What exactly is public speaking? Think of it as the way you organize your thoughts and use your whole self, your voice, your hands, and your eyes, to make sure the person listening understands exactly what you mean. This is a tool for everyday leadership. It is what allows a youth department leader to organize a car wash, a choir director to lead a rehearsal, or a student to pitch a new club to the principal. Fortunately, reducing your anxiety and learning to speak effectively is exactly like learning to ride a bicycle. It is a mechanical skill. You learn the steps, you practice, and eventually the nerves fade away. Public speaking is the bridge you build between your inner thoughts and the outside world. It is how your ideas become influence. Let's give Leo a chance for a do-over. This time, before he even leaves his desk, he starts by getting his mind right. He actively builds a positive self-image, telling himself, "I'm happy to be here. I'm going to do great." As he walks to the front of the room, he uses a very simple physical technique. He takes slow, proper breaths. This immediately calms his nervous system and helps him physically settle down. Even if his heart is still beating fast, Leo begins playing the role of a confident speaker. He stands up straight, brings high energy, and puts on a positive attitude. This diagram shows a common trap. When nervous, a solid wall isolates you. To fix this, step away from the lectern and break the wall down. You break the barrier by moving around, using open posture, and making direct eye contact with the listeners. By removing that invisible barrier, you make it clear right from the start that you and the audience are in this together. It becomes a shared conversation. The golden rule of presenting is simple. Do not let anything get in the way of your message, including you. That means identifying your bad habits and actively eliminating them. Physical habits are incredibly distracting. If you are jingling the keys in your pocket, constantly rubbing your hands together, scratching, or yawning, your audience is watching your hands instead of listening to your ideas. The same goes for your face and your phrasing. Staring into space or excessive blinking, saying ums and ahs breaks their concentration. Instead, take control of your voice. Speak at a volume everyone can hear. Articulate your words clearly, and vary the rate and pitch of your voice to keep the energy alive. When using visual aids, like a poster or a slide deck, this graphic reminds us of a crucial rule. Never read your presentation word for word. Your visual aids are there to support your words, not to replace you as the speaker. When you strip away the nervous habits and the visual clutter, the path is clear. Your pure message travels directly to the listener. Back in the classroom, Leo finishes his second attempt. Because he breathed properly and used open, positive body language, he looked comfortable, and his classmates felt comfortable watching him. He organized his information logically. He used a strong opening to capture their attention, moved smoothly into the body of his speech to explain the solar panels, and wrapped up with clear concluding remarks. Look at the audience now. They are nodding along and smiling because they can actually see how the sun's energy becomes a phone charge. They're not just watching, they're following along with every step. That is the ultimate measure of effective speaking. It happens the moment the listener truly hears, understands, and connects with your message. Now it is time for you to practice. Please look at the steps on this slide to begin our practical exercise. First, break up into small groups of 5. Next, brainstorm a simple task that requires steps, like a recipe or giving someone directions. Write each step down as if you are explaining it to someone who has absolutely no idea how to do it. Finally, write down a list of simple props that could help you explain it, and then stand up and present your steps to your group. Use strong volume, make eye contact, and break down that wall. Remember, your ideas are too valuable to keep hidden. Take a breath, step up, and share them with the world.